3 of Bind, where your eyes would be going even more so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we yet to see Loud pull out a composition here, so going with something fairly standard, to be honest with you. A lot of teams playing double initiator with the Astra. Makes your post plants really potent.
Oh, flash over the top. Hold on, here it is. Yep, saturate. Flash is good with the connection, but Timotino has to respect that timing on the refract, so...
Seen 100 Thieves go for that one before.
Yeah, now Cryo's going to be the one to be tested next up, and he's missing a headhunter shot. And unorthodox in terms of the approach. Verdi, though, is going to be happy with it. Can steamroll their way towards the B site now off the back of that one pick. Flash to get them through, a drone as well to lead the way. They've called for a bit of a pause. Slowing it down just for a moment with the tempering, but salvos, that is a very awkward spot to be placed in. I mean, still playing the plan denial, but it's Loud that are currently whittling away 100 Thieves. Still finding all sorts of pickoffs. Now it's evened out ever so slightly, but still a 4v2. 100 Thieves are the ones with the disadvantage to play in for.
Timotino's threatened that he's coming from Link, and now goes back to reconnect with Asuna. So Loud might be worried about getting pinched from both angles. Could offer Asuna a slightly easier entry here. But they are an uphill, yeah, they're going for the uphill battle for sure.
Certainly, the knife is going to be turning off at least a turret. It's still holding it down. Doubled up. They're making it really awkward to see if they can take these fights fairly. For 100 Thieves, it's all over. Oh, God!
Not like that.
Now this is
Valorant.
This is Valorant, baby. Yeah, sure. Loud have got a pistol round. They are going to be happy with this one, but this is...
Loud actually winning all of the pistols so far in this series.
They certainly have. And honestly, I like the way that they took this one with a bit of caution. Tiptoeing their way into the side, even though they got the initial pick off. They didn't want to rush into things, they waited. Got confirmation on where the players were.
Luxio loving that.
Oh.
3-1.
Yeah. Fights like that is just where you're praying no one's spectating. But unfortunately, everybody was dead.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, unfortunately, you're the last alive, and so you know it's been caught on camera. 4 stingers here, and Pancada with a bandit.
It's unusual, considering longer sightlines on a map like Pearl, but...
Yeah, this is something that Sentinels were doing at the end of last season, if I remember correctly, where they kind of like half-buy on a lot of their players. You still got money in the bank. I guess you're not as worried losing these stingers too.
Right, not worried about losing his guns, and that means he can go walkabouts.
Man, he was an absolute menace in the game against Leviathan. Lev kept winning pistols, and Cryo kept winning the follow-up round for 100 Thieves. Headhunter in hand. 4 more bullets, could easily be 4 more kills.
Yeah, too much tiptoeing. Might just play directly into the hand of the team that's ecoing.
Right there.
Too much caution can be a bad thing, as we've seen many a times, and you are going back into the stack of players.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this call from Pancada. You know that Cryo's pushed up, so why would they ever be on A?
Yeah. A lot of footsteps, though. Comes in around, and that's going to be broken, and now it's time to really see if he can step forwards. DP just to disengage. Timotino out wide into the open, still the Stingers are doing a quick work, shredding the opposition. There was danger lurking around the corner. It's handled in time, though. Because of the kind of half investment almost into your winning a round, even if Cryo gets a few more kills, you still might be in a pretty good spot. Cryo's got a really hard task ahead of him, and Luxio's ensuring that there is no opportunities whatsoever for anything to go awry.
The Stingers are also just nuts on an anti-eco like that, because you can straight up just run and gun. Yeah. I mean, it's the best way of playing. Yeah. So you're not worried about, for example, if there's a bandit on the other side, they have to stay still, they have to tap.
I did not realize Ferdy's K-Crash was deeper into back halls.
Yeah, he just, peekaboo, jumps into his lap. It does make for some weird bonus round buys, though. I mean, here you've got a Guardian and 3 Stingers. Presumably, they've got something fast cooked up.
Have to imagine. A few ults too, off the back of a lot of the damage done. The Prowler's going to be broken. And we've seen this set up by 100 Thieves before. We'll see if Loud have done their homework, because they definitely ran this one. Timotino hiding, waiting for the time to strike, and flashing and playing off the back of one and each other. It's 100 Thieves who are getting the wins here, at least in an area like Art. Tooth and nail is how they're fighting over this, and Cryo still has that TP as well to get the hell out of there, but the spike has been dropped down in a very sublime spot for them.
He's also hit a cracking shot there. Might not look like it, but when Luxio's full strafing with Stinger in hand,
difficult.
Yeah, it is tough. And against the Stinger, you're getting aim punched fairly frequently too. They have lost these guys. From 100 Thieves' perspective, they're pretty confident they've got everybody who was coming through mid. So they know they were in A main, but now they... I mean, they could be anywhere. Pancada's given the game away a little bit as to one of their positioning.
Picked up a gun. Hello.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
That's a big one.
35 seconds, though, is going to be so difficult to get through to R, pick up the spike, go back to the site, and there's just too much to do here, surely.
It really is. So Utils recalls up. There's a salvo to try and make the fight a little bit easier to take, but everybody's locked on. And locked in, really, understanding exactly what was going on. So, 2 players fall for 100 Thieves. But
not the worst players in the world.
Intact. Yeah, not the worst thing in the world.
And Luxo, one away from getting his ult online, so are they going to play for some kind of orb? I would imagine they'd have to work their way through Cryo, though. Played that mid-trap play in this round, but I would expect they're going to be sending their star player back to an extremity, fight over an ult orb. Which one is it? Yeah, A main. They're expecting Loud to be fighting over that one. Now, actually, Luxo's just controlling mid, letting the rest of his team fight over these spaces while he chills. You got to be so worried if you're in Darker's position right now over towards A main, because you know that Timotino's got that play where he can push over the top with a KO flash.
And the ult conceded, at least with the ult orb, which means, yeah, Timotino's got it. Convergent Pass is online.
So now, B orb. They're going to play over that. Yeah, I mean, Cryo's so pushed up. And he was getting them constant information like this in, what was it, round 1?
Yeah. Second round.
Second round, sorry. Yeah, round 2.
The only weakness on the map currently for 100 Thieves is that double doors angle. They don't have a trip there. So
yeah, but they've got 2 players in a crossfire covering it. So.
Yeah, it requires a bit of caution from them.
No attempt to play for Luxo's ult orb, perhaps thinking that that's a bit too ABC and 100 Thieves would be all over it.
Think about that tail drone though. Cryo is forced to respect it, doesn't want to get suppressed out into the open. Trademark is tripped, it's not broken.
Yeah, it's not great for Loud.
Slows him down. Pancada's trying to play off of a lot of this chaos and noise pressure that's being made across the board. But players are waiting around the corner, might have even been spotted. Asuna is just letting the util fly forwards now, and the kills potentially racking up on the other side of things here. Open side on A. Main controls there as they get a plant down. It's 100 Thieves who are scurrying to get back into position, but they do have the tools to deal with most of this one. I mean, Pancada's miles away. He's playing in a completely different zip code currently. Luxo forwards and doesn't want to overstep. I mean, Vor's just running straight in, slowed down by the bullet tag and lands the bullet to the dome regardless. Luxo's gone. Darker just trying to play the long con really here, but honestly, you don't have enough players onto the point. The Convergent Pass is going to see if they can really excavate a lot of that space over towards A. The Salvas is forced out early. Still have that pull from across the board.
Yeah, you have to force a pull.
You have to now. They're going to try and body block it, body block it, body block it. They've got it. Sticking it all the way through now. There is no stopping that. That's the danger of leaning too hard onto those util pieces.
Oh, that's beautiful. You've seen a lot of teams go for that, and it's difficult to pull off. What are we, 5 years into the game? I guess 4 years into playing around Astra, and teams still struggle to execute that, but beautifully showcased there from 100 Thieves. We were talking about Pancada being miles away, not really able to affect the round with his rifle.
No freebies for stats players. Nice! Let's go!
Who was that directed to?
I mean, Pancada, surely. He wasn't even playing the round, was he? He was miles away.
Okay. 2-2. Why's a bit weird here for Loud?
Well, there's only one player with full armor, so Cryo's read that, got the Outlaw, set up to feast, but there's a drone in his face.
He's just got into range there with the trademark. On the rendezvous, I should say. Gotta be scared of that drone.
Yeah, that drone is nasty now. It gives you full reveal and suppresses you, so you wouldn't be able to escape. If you were playing Chamber or Yoru, something like that, Teo is a nightmare.
You don't want to get caught out of position for it. He's in a more passive line now, and Lauder really all grouped up. There's no work in the map here.
Haunt from the defenders, pushing Timotino onto an angle at A. That's going to allow the defenders to rotate to B. Can they get here in time?
Asuna overhead with a flash. Sees, does connect. There's a lot of util that's going to be landing at their feet. Asuna's just looking to delay, but the splashes are really to no avail. Cryo, time bought, and plays Asuna straight into the fight. The phrase just kicking, screaming at them. The team, 100 Thieves, getting involved into the muck of it.
Beautiful stuff. Really good delay utility from Asuna too. That duo of Cryo and Asuna locking down the B side. Didn't even really need the help for the rotates. And Cryo gets an upgrade as well. Can go from the Outlaw over to a rifle.
Timing
Might
on
even
that.
pick up an op and throw the rifle away to a teammate.
Nice! Good hold, guys. Let's go.
And there's 100 Thieves players could very well have got overwhelmed. But timing was played well.
Oh well, here it is. Op, in fact, not even having to buy an outlaw, having to buy an operator in this round.
Sets himself up onto that B line. So far, game plan for 100 Thieves quite clear. They've been heavy prioritizing extremities, A main, B main, getting players into these forward approaches.
I mean, they're playing through mid a little bit too.
Hold on, there's an angle. There's a fight here, just just in time. Pancada had to be accurate on that first shot. Wasn't quite the case.
Always tough stepping into Cryo's domain.
He's fully locking down B long. I mean, he's got all that information, but 100 Thieves having to give up space towards Con as a result of it, so Loud can walk around here, poke and prod, see what he can get going.
The B split is potentially the weakness, but if they end through A here...
And the players, look at them.
No split through A main.
No, really just putting up a bit of a shield here. The Horn revealing towards the back side, step of the C's. Trying to get a move on, doubled up. A lot of damage on the plays to be made, bang! My God, man, what is that? Pulls it out of nowhere, 2 players dropped like flies. There's ults to be expended if you want to use them if you're Loud, but in a 2v4 like this, it just feels uncomfortable. You need more kills to go your way before you even consider it.
Well, now you can't. For Luke Show, anyway.
Yeah, locked out of that. There's a possibility just for a minor moment. Sidestep though to suppress. Not quite there. Doubling in now. Flash overhead. That's going to be the connection. And what they play, man. They're just the util. I got to say, supportive-wise, Asuna is thriving in this position on the KO.
Yeah, he really is. No, it's great to see. It's great to see. And all of them waiting for Cryo to push fully out through B and get ready to help them on an A retake pinch. The timing and the control. NBS was saying it. He said what was the main thing that they were looking to do on map 1 was control. Control the way that they were holding the map, control the way that they were communicating. And that's exactly what they did in that A retake.
A lot more in sync.
Yeah, it's not as rushed as we've seen from previous years from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, or just even that prior map where Breeze looked a lot more uncomfortable, I would say.
Yeah, I think on their attack side, once they hit the sites, things did get quite chaotic, even though there were those same slow beginnings. But here, I mean, this is a map that they're much more comfortable with. This match maybe being a tale of the map pool for both squads.
And that's what I mean. I mean, map 3 is buying. 100 Thieves would love to get in that direction, wouldn't they?
Certainly.
It's a map that they have been so damn good at.
At the same time, I could see some of the Loud players thriving in that position too.
Yeah.
I mean, Luke Show, anytime you can get him activated on what would be a phenomenal... I mean, could he play the Chamber? Absolutely. But I was thinking just then about him playing the Viper.
The Viper?
Either way.
Lurk timings?
Either way, whatever he ends up going towards, though, I think it would be a map that would activate him, get some huge value out of him. But Loud need a response here, so they're taking attack time out on Pearl.
Yeah, only the 2 rounds, and that's as a result of the pistol.
I think Cryo's been a massive, massive problem.
I mean, the deep pushes into B main, A main.
Yeah.
And not just that, I mean, the other side of things, Timotino gets pushed up as well.
Yeah.
They're constantly getting really good information in the mid-rounds in terms of where these hits are going to be landing.
I think Loud aren't doing a great job of pushing back those, you know, duelist-esque characters, Timotino and Cryo, who want to get posted up.
Yeah.
And the problem is, if you don't push them back in the mid-round at least, they're just giving so much info to the rest of the defenders to get stacks online. It's brutal stuff. It was the defense side that Loud was struggling on the most in their opening match. Today hasn't really been the case. Their defense side looked lovely on Breeze. Yet to see it here on Pearl. Have they figured out what to do on the attack?
Around like this, they don't.
Again, Timo is really pushed up. Slaughters the stick bug.
Yeah. Luke Shoda might have found a bit of a gap here. Good time to take it, but always back to the been called, Pinged out.
Right there.
They know exactly where he is. Trying to steadily work towards it, and it's all accounted for, isn't it? Yeah, if Bang didn't get it, Asuna would. And
because Luke Show was headed towards B, I think they can get the read now that that's where the rest of Loud were going, and that's why Pancada has to call an audible. They were getting ready to try to split B there, based off Luke Show getting into a good position, and now with 40 seconds left,
it's not looking great.
The Prowler tells them they can probably push up to this kind of spot. But yeah, they've struggled
30
taking
seconds
A at the
left.
best of
Portal
times, and now the
closed.
weaponry's not there. It is going to be difficult.
And with a kill like that, gets a lot easier. Saturate's thrown overhead, anticipating that response back. There's 18 seconds left. Players now making all the noise in the world here. Lauda trying to get past this one into the choke, but how the hell do you get past that? It's
10
Timotino
seconds left.
holding the door, slamming it shut in their faces and buying enough time for the rest of the team to get everything in order. 5-2, but the timeout was taken for this round coming up. A lot of ults built up for Loud now. You've got to think the money in a better spot too.
Yeah, it's a great point. Romanelli's impact yet to be seen, because that was just an eco round. I'm looking towards Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's had his R online since very early on. We were talking about him being one away for a while.
Give me all the eeks, I don't care! Give me all the eeks!
Yeah, I mean, okay.
I mean, dude, this guy has got some energy. Even when he was struggling on Breeze, he was gassing up the rest of his team.
Yeah, yeah.
Individual, it doesn't seem like he cares that much about his individual ability.
He's playing, well, in that instance, he's playing for the VLR stats, but...
Well, he's also playing for his ult.
He is, yeah.
The Eco Cobra's doing something worthwhile in this game. Yeah, Luke Shaw finally invests the lockdown. It's been many rounds since he got that one online.
Nothing subtle about this round from Loud. They
They
are
have
not...
a Tail ult, though, would destroy Bang in his position.
You want
Back this side, yeah, if you push them in forwards. Should be with the right timing, but they're not using, they're not combining these ultimates
combo.
up. As Cryo's given that perfect window. Cosmic Divide has to be just pushed up, but any coverage into the corner, the bullets, there's no plan getting off. Bang is a constant thorn, constant worry. Spike's picked up, but these are ultimates that have just gone faded away. And 100 Thieves left to contain, absorbing all this pressure. Man, still not down. Second round of things, you do have ults to use, but you need picks. Loud know it. He's thinking about it. Salvos popped off, not committed. That's just to clear out secrets. Taking another step forwards, you need these picks. There's one. Vora dropped, attack. See where the next line of things come, and then the overhead of the flash it. Perfect stuff again. Supportive, supplementary util. So that helps his team really lay claim to a lot of this map, but it's left Luke Shaw in a really sticky spot. Could he do it? His damage done. 9 seconds left to make a play here. Saturate though, that's a connection. And now the double dash means good night.
Loud are playing that round like they're in 1940s London in the middle of the Blitz, and rationing is out, and they are not allowed to use more than 2 ults in a round. Like the combo
Why
is,
are they rationing it?
the combo is so clear there, in my opinion, that you want to be locked down, and there is a little gap where you know the defenders are going to be, and you throw the Teo ult there. But I think the reason they're rationing is because they think they can get the plant for free, and then they'll have all of the Teo utility for post. So I think the idea for Darker is he saved the double salvo as well.
Yeah, they're just really trying to get the plant down and drag it out.
Yeah, but I mean, that is just it's too basic, unfortunately. Like, that might win you rounds at a lower level, but against a decent team, they're going to have enough util of their own on the defense side to stop you getting in just based off one lockdown.
Yeah. A little bit too one-dimensional.
But that's okay. Next rifle round, they'll use their ration book for another couple. They've still got some.
Yeah, Loud again. I mean, grouped up here heavily, of course. It's another week bye for them, but offloading ults. Okay, Dimensional Drift's going to be used. Not the best in terms of the weaponry that they got available. Verti does have a Bucky, so we could potentially make a play. He wants to try and dominate this space. But Timotino is just spamming away. Happy as anything to see if he can do it. And shotgun me, shotgun. Verti wins it out, drop down to 4 HP. Spam though, and Bang's already up onto the line. He's just spotted out Luke Shaw. Armageddon, this is everything being thrown at the wall, seeing what sticks for Loud. Can they carve out a path to victory? It's feeling unlikely. 100 Thieves happy to slow it all down. Temperate ults of their own now going to be used. Cosmic Divide forces the issue. It's Loud who have to push forwards here. Pull's already been forced out because, again, of course, those sound cues are just non-existent. They don't know what's waiting for them. No command, just in case. And they've got, I mean, listen, every tool at their disposal.
And there's still so much time on this clock. Doesn't make a difference who defuses. 100 Thieves lock that one up. And Loud, they used 2 more ultimates in that round.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why 100 Thieves were happy to use ults of their own, even though they're against the eco.
Absolutely, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you were looking at the next rifle round as like a big turning point potentially, well, now they don't have the tools to really invest into it. And by the time they went for it, well, it was a 4v4. I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be a real struggle for Loud in this game.
Nice!
You can see that they've got a clear game plan that they want to play these very passive post plants where they play for the pull, they play for the salvos, like that kind of idea. But to be honest with you, most of the teams that we've seen play well with the Taeho on attack of Pearl, and any map to be honest with you, and Bind as well, have been using the salvos actually to generate picks.
Yeah, not getting too greedy.
Yeah, because you can do that in ranked. I mean, that's great. You all have a very clear game plan of
no one uses
cringing
util in ranked, man. It's, you can save it all day long.
But once you get into the pro games, you can't play pure theory. You have to be utilizing some of util throughout the round in order to generate these advantages.
It's too simple.
And unfortunately, Loud have got themselves in a pickle now. They're taking their second tack timeout on their attack side to try to recover this half. They've got rifles back, but they've expended the ult bank that they have fought so heavily to acquire.
Yeah.
It's only Cow and Zine with it. Adaka, who's actually had a pretty decent debut, actually. Struggling at the bottom here on Taeho.
Not ideal. We were talking, I mean, kind of just setting it up almost for Pancada. It's a big test for him in terms of the calling. Especially on maps like now, we're getting into the Pearl territory, potentially Bind if 100 Thieves keep this going.
Turn out.
Very different maps, I think.
Yeah.
Those two.
Definitely are.
You got a lot to worry about as an attack caller here. You know, pushing off an op player, although that is going to be the same on Bind. But you've got mid to try to take a lot of avenues and two very far extremities. Less able to do sight pops straight off barrier. This round they've done a decent job at pushing back a player over towards B. Yeah. Flash reclear just to gain a little bit of information there. Cryo's in an unexpected position. You don't really expect the Oppa to be playing double doors.
Right, it is different. Prowler pops it off there. Virgin path to try and push them back and away, so ensuring that there's no access to lane.
All 5 players right now want to force a fight for 100 Thieves in mid.
Into mid, collapsing onto it. Oh, the timing is impeccable. Tibertino just spams away into that line.
Pre-fire exactly expecting Verti to swing off his flash.
30 seconds left.
This is a devastating one.
Yeah, 100 Thieves reading ahead of the timeout. Because like you said, they did shift the setup. It was all extremity control towards B and A for the longest time, but...
They actually just left A completely here.
Right.
They knew that Loud have been spamming A hits for the last few rounds. They're very unlikely to do another one coming out of attack timeout. So let's just leave it really soft.
10 seconds left.
Play heavy for mid, fairly heavy for B.
Yeah.
An incredible read. You are really seeing the difference in terms of map comfort here, I think.
Yeah, the depth is on show.
That also might suggest that 100 Thieves have Breeze somewhere towards the bottom of their map pool.
Yeah, I was looking at the pick bans. They did, so a lot of teams have been banning it first round against them. I think G2 did that. But they have had opportunities, the one time where they had it, to float it all towards, towards the end, essentially. Tail end. Never been ones to ban it themselves. So.
It's hard at the beginning of the season to know who's good on Breeze as well. You only know from scrims.
Exactly. You're trying to build up your expectations for what maps to even avoid at this point. But here we go. New beginning of round 11. Guns were saved, Loud, from the prior rounds. And back to the similar game plans that 100 Thieves had on their defensive setups. Cry over towards B. Tibertino holding down A.
Yeah, Cryo posted on B, as you said. And if they try to drone him out of this position, Asana's there with the knife. Now, knife dodged, which means you get a safe drone.
Winning at the timing. Asana's going to try and break the drone.
Can he break it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cryo doesn't have to use a rendezvous. Still back up. Londo, we will respect that.
All right, so 40 seconds into the round, and they have identified where Cryo is playing, and they've pushed him off the angle. The thing is, look at the other side of the map. Tibertino really pushed up on A. And Cryo might still get a pick here. I don't think Pancada will walk into him. You never know.
I don't know, Tibertino's just trying to gather a bit of information. Maybe in that weakest side, trying to make a play for us. Are you kidding me? He's got the light speed, we'll be able to evacuate and get the hell out, but Big threats waiting on the other side of things here.
Pancada heard them run away from B, and so now he's calling his team to him, but they've already used a minute on the clock. They're going to take so long rotating this spike to B.
It's a big map.
I'm not sure they have the time to do this, but B is really weak currently. It is only Asuna.
Asuna going to rock in a hard place now. Underhand with a flash behind him. He's looking to see if he can square up, take some fights early on. Another round, another go of things, and that is a great connection. He's just single-handedly locking this one all the way down. You will not remove him from this spot. Lucio eventually getting involved, but the time has just dwindled into nothing to work with. A lot of nothing but scraps at this point, and no time. This has been a constant uphill battle for Loud.
Doesn't matter what they try, none of it is working.
Heartbreaking for them.
I mean, that's a very ambitious audible called. That's the kind of desperate audible that happens when you're, 2-8 down. And Pancada feels like he has an opening there based on the information he's found on the other side of the map. If Asuna plays that worse, if he gives his life a bit too easily, if somebody's playing anti-flash, maybe that could have been a conversion, but Asuna was just perfect in terms of how he delayed one half of that split.
Right click.
Yeah.
Good old.
KO buff's paying off.
They're very difficult to dodge now.
Yeah.
Not that I ever could.
Listen. I don't dare touch that agent.
Well, I'm not dodging breach flashes. I don't know. I'm too old. People in gold are dodging breach flashes now.
Yeah.
I'm getting full body by every time.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it feels inevitable at this point. Everything Loud are going for. Shut down.
Yeah, every area they poke towards, 100 Thieves have got a setup for it.
Yeah.
Timotino poking his head into A main. Cryo's locking down Art. And this time, they play B long a little softly. It's the constant rotation, although that's a stunner of a shot from Lucio. Peeks around the corner with immaculate crosshair placement. Couldn't have known for sure that Cryo was there, I don't think.
That's a hard fight to win because Cryo, he's already posted up there, so... All the chances forwards. Timotino inserts himself into the smoke. Splits up to the sides, but players slip the net ever so slightly. But a spam does the job, though. Darker capitalizes. 3v3. Salvo's now going to be offloaded to see if they can find more aggro for a bit of this space. Not trying to play hard into the post plan like they were before. Twist and turn and a change of pace, but Asuna has got something to say about it. That's Darker and Kawazine sent straight back to that spectator seat, and Pancada now left to do it in a 1v2.
They were so worried about an A main player, they just sat in the open.
Full bit of space gained for him, but I mean, this plant is not for him, is it? They know where he is now at this point. They hard clear towards main, waiting it out entirely. Time to be played for. That's 10 rounds at the half for 100 Thieves. Felt like Loud, every move they made, I mean, it was just 100 Thieves one step ahead.
Yeah, this is why 100 Thieves have been going towards the map. Doesn't matter that they lost on it recently. They're very confident here. The chamber value, absolutely dominant.
Yeah.
They were completely all over every move that Loud went for. Very tough game for Pancada to IGL so far.
Very tough indeed. The second half is going to be looking as well. Questions still remaining, but for 100 Thieves, they are thinking about how they can wrap this one up and get us to that map 3. Still rounds to be played though, so don't go anywhere. Well, 100 Thieves, an amazing beginning to Pearl themselves, looking to see if they can take this one all the way to map 3, but still, as I said just before we ended up going to that break, a few more rounds left to be played, and Loud are really going to have to dig deep in a spot like this. I mean, everything they tried was just getting hard read. 100 Thieves had an answer to it, a game plan, always thinking how to just outplay them at every twist and turn.
The pistol round worked.
Yes, they have won a lot of pistol rounds. It's just the rounds outside of the pistol rounds.
Yeah.
So, which they end up being quite important, actually.
Yeah, there are more of them.
There are more of them.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's great to win the pistol rounds. You get off to a very strong start, but it's all about how you snowball off the back of that, and they were not able to get anything going at all, but yet to be seen again. Valorant is a game of 2 halves.
It's the wisest thing you've ever said.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, Loud are going for a mid push, maybe a flank retake setup here. Cryo's actually waiting for that as 100 Thieves make the entry into A.
Spotting a weakness. jump on the chance to just absorb up a lot of this space over towards A. And even further forwards as well. That Prowler just confirms it. Nobody was towards the back. Timothina though, waiting for a flash, it looks like. Second round of things. He's seizing a salvo, and he should be dead. Yeah, it is. Okay, util comboed. Under these, pistol around demons perhaps, but Vora's going to see if he can again find a bit of a flag in the ground where he stands, not let them step past that secret angle, and Asana's going, working around, trying to see if he can just play it, making a bit of noise in the process. It wasn't counted for, but he still plays claim to the life of Lucio regardless. Bang! Back in a position, playing his life. And this is an awkward spot as any. Time starting to tick. Pancada hard pressed now. Get anything done at all. Doubled up. Tried to play it well. Just adjusted to the side, but I think even if he'd managed to get those 2 kills, the time pressure was too much there.
Yeah. Well, this time they're not going to win the pistol, which I think is going to call curtains on Pearl, barring some kind of genuine deity intervening in the match. I think the reason that Timothino dies there is because he's been seized and all of his sound cues got taken away.
Flicky, bro. Yes.
Vora's had some nice flicks, actually. He's been a really skilled player.
I mean, yeah, for a tier 1 opening, I mean, this guy has been shooting.
Yeah, I've been impressed, actually, with the rookies on either side.
Yeah.
I thought Darker had a good opening, too. It's not the map, really, to highlight him, but, you know, generally speaking, actually quite a good addition to Loud, I think, in terms of adding some firepower. But, yeah, Vora's been good.
Yeah, always a big fan of that. A lot of these 2-2 players, I mean, they've been chomping at the bit to get involved in Tier 1 for the longest time.
It's rare, actually, that we see a rookie performance that doesn't impress.
Yeah, right,
like,
because
the trend is that they tend to show up.
Because in their heads, I mean, everything's been building up to that one moment, right?
Yeah.
So, usually expecting the rookies to have a good show. I mean, Loud are investing, obviously. You have to. It's 11-2.
It's not the greatest investment in the world, though. Full buy on the other side. 100 Thieves know what's happening. Very passive beginning to the rounds, as we've come to expect, actually, from 100 Thieves. They really have slowed the game down. But they're expecting aggression from Loud, and it's not. It's more just trap plays, Bucky's sat around the corner.
I think Dark's got some util held here, so yeah, util off the sides of life and contact. 100 Thieves are standing their ground, but getting put into a bit of a blender here, but there's more where that came from. Cryo slinks his way in through the back.
And poor Pancada left to pick up the pieces. Wonder what happened to the team that he's been calling for.
Spike planted.
Feels like it will be 12 now for 100 Thieves. Pancada, slow and steady stuff. Makes his way forwards, but there are way too many to count for. Although uncontested, surely not. A spot like this, not a lot to work with. Last star really expended.
He smoked it, but he hasn't
One enemy remaining.
No, but he's finding his ones and planning to that corner. The span, you've got to be wary of it. Sees as well, connects. And you don't know that Vora's running up onto you because all those sound cues drifting away and the bullet's just running out. Chances. Pancada just trying to play to all of his outs in a spot like that, but that will be 12 rounds now for 100 Thieves.
And another broken buy for Loud as they limp back in here with whatever they can possibly purchase. 100 Thieves, despite going into the trap there, still came out on top.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
What's scary, I think, in this one too is, I was looking back over the way that 100 Thieves play with this solo Waylay comp, but they've actually got more, and I think better theory on Bind than they do on Pearl.
Yeah.
For this kind of stuff, so.
That Bind looks very fleshed out.
Yeah, so it's not, I don't think it's going to get much easier for Loud. Maybe Loud themselves will feel a bit more comfortable map 3 because they've looked. I mean, you know, they're still going through the motions here, but there hasn't been much going on.
No.
It's been tough to watch.
At this point, just waiting for that nail in the coffin for this map. Although Cryo finished it on.
Back in a flash.
Threat of the lurk. Fused away. Double dash over the top. Timothina doesn't spot any targets. Saturating missing here. Luke Show's going to be careful in a spot like this. It's a pull and an A towards the back here. 100 Thieves are just sending it forwards anyway. Don't care if there's signs of life. They're happy to mop it all up. That will go down with no problems whatsoever. Kawazin trying to play himself in slightest of angles, but with only the stinger to hand. Not the right tool for the job there. 13-2. 100 Thieves. Clean sweep, essentially. I mean, the only reason they were able to get those rounds on the board is because of the pistols. So, fantastic for them. They can look forward to Bind, a map that they are scary on.
Yeah, that is a rough showing for Loud. They got to mentally reset after getting obliterated here and jump back into things facing 100 Thieves who